Did you like when I put my lips there? Yeah, 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 yeah. One more game. Yeah, yeah. Oh my God. Okay. 5, 4. Hey, everybody.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. And happy Saturday. Happy beautiful Saturday morning.
Yes.
Hello, viewers. Hello, listeners. Hopefully I got it right this week. Because I tried to put out a video last week and it was trash because Mama, you know what? One of these days, y'all hoes are going to contribute to our Patreon and we're going to be able to afford things for this podcast.
One day.
One day. One sweet day. Yeah.
Okay, so.
Sorry.
I never told
No.
all I
Yeah, baby.
wanted to say.
No.
Okay, classic. What a classic.
I know. Shout out to her new album, Caution. Wow. She should.
With those vocals?
No.
Careful with those chords, girl.
She did well on this album. She didn't take it to places where
You mean the auto-tune did well. You mean the production.
She didn't take it to places in this album where we know she can no longer, like, reach.
Oh, so she wasn't doing whistle tones?
No.
Okay.
She did.
Nothing above a high C?
One song had a whistle tone. One. Mm-hmm. And that might be one that was brought out of the vault.
And it also is probably one that she won't ever perform live.
Right.
Okay. We're off track. Also, okay. We are here this week. I feel like this is maybe, we've been pretty consistent for the first time in a while.
Mm-hmm.
And this is episode 71. We've got a good guest coming on.
Praise the Lord.
And, yeah.
Because God is good.
All the time.
And all the time.
God is good.
Head shy, Bobo.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, that's it? That was the intro? We didn't say, I'm Britton and Kayla. We didn't say, welcome to Village Vibes Podcast. We didn't say shit. But that works.
You said...
Okay. I said episode... Neither one of us said the name of the show. Wait, was that not recording?
Yeah, I just did it. I instead of
stopped
it and started restarted.
Got it.
1, 2, 3, the devil's after me. 4, 5, 6, he keeps on throwing sticks. 7, 8, 9, he misses all the time. Hallelujah, 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 amen.
Wow.
You know that song?
No.
Oh.
But you really are in a singing mood today.
That is from the black classic Crooklyn by one Spike Lee.
Oh.
Featuring none other than Alfre Woodard, RuPaul, just a whole bunch of people. Damn, and I should have my black card revoked for not knowing everyone.
Yeah. Wow.
So, madam.
Welcome to Village Vibes Podcast.
So we realized that we didn't do this in the intro. We didn't come to you with the name of the podcast, which is Village Vibes Podcast.
I'm pretty sure we didn't. Maybe we did.
I don't know.
Right.
We're both in a zone today, right?
I'm not in a zone. The feedback, Britton. Put your phone away. Idiot.
So, anywho, well, you said you hit a little something before you came here.
Yes. The bowl. But
a rice bowl.
I hate you. Jesus.
And I adore you. Did you see that video of Jill Scott giving fellatio on stage?
No.
You haven't seen that?
Jill Scott?
Girl, okay, so I first heard about it from the read, and then I was just scrolling through my Tumblr. I was just scrolling through my Tumblr, and she's performing, and she proceeds to, like, enact how she gives fellatio, which clearly we already know she's a freak and she's very talented. But like, she even goes as far as to like put her whole mouth on the microphone and then grabs the balls like this and then goes,
wow. Oh, wow.
And all this stuff. I was like, that's a lot, Joe. You have like 3 kids. I'm just like, you don't have to do that. I'm just like, your children are going to see that. I mean, I was thinking about Blue Ivy watching Beyonce the other day, and I was just like, I'm not trying to tell them what to do at all.
Do you remember?
No, I don't remember.
When you insulted Chili and you said, stop with the crop tops, you're a mother.
No,
That's exactly what you said.
So I wasn't referencing her motherhood or her motherdom at all. I was just simply saying, you're 52 and...
52-year-old women can give good head.
And
give you that good brain. Give you that wet.
Okay. This is not what I meant
sure Granny
at all.
can get down on a knee.
Okay, this is coming out wrong.
It is. You should just stop.
I support you sucking dick the way you want to and like getting your whole life.
Just don't give me any ideas.
I'm just saying, your child, you know what I'm saying? People are going to see children, your children are going to grow up seeing you perform fellatio on a microphone. It's on camera now. It is in the universe.
I mean, there have been people who have done worse.
That's true.
With children.
That's true. That's true. Mimi Faust. She has a whole sex tape. You don't know who that is.
I don't.
Damn it. You know nothing of the Mona. You couldn't be on a Mona Scott show. You just couldn't.
I couldn't.
You just couldn't.
No,
Could you pull in a little closer?
I feel like I'm close enough.
You're not. I need to smell your breath.
Britton called this my... Never mind that.
What? Oh, no, let's do it. Let's do it. So today, when we...
Britton rule.
I called her Vesta Te Gusta Vest. And then I proceeded to sing, all my love is all I have. Pride is what you have, baby girl. It's what you have.
You know what's so fucked up? Because I used to have a white puffy bomber jacket with fur on the hood. Every time I put that shit on, I was like, I am J-Lo today. Pretty much the same. From that video, too.
She just needs them gold hoops. And
an ice pink lip. And an ice pink lip.
And a backdrop.
And a snow backdrop.
And a snow backdrop.
A snow time, a winter time.
Oh my God, J-Lo was notorious for that close-up on her face with the faded backdrop in all her videos. Oh my goodness.
And all the highlighter everywhere. And the fucking ice white eyeshadow, which I'm like, girl, it's played out by now. You need to stop.
Let her live. She's 56.
Oh no, J-Lo looks better than anybody. She could
She's
kill
not
all these
56.
20-year-olds.
I need to stop aging these people.
You really do.
I'm really awful. So I'm Britton.
Welcome to VillageVibesPodcast. I believe we're in Bay of the Week. I think that's the segment. I'm pretty sure that's the transition music that played before this segment ever started. So who's your Bay of the Week?
Oh God. Okay, first of all, my quote of the week. My quote of the week is never forget the people who take time out of their day to check up on you. Mm-hmm. And that specifically just took me back to my friend Stav Horowitz, who was my best friend in Israel. And she sent me a message this week, and it was 2 weeks ago. And ooh. Excuse me, that's so gross. I don't know what you're talking about.
Andre with a
So she sent me a beautiful little message.
Okay.
She sent me a beautiful message, and I just wanted to show it was Stav and Antonio. I just wanted to just shout them both out. They really, they checked up on me this week and checked in with me, and I just really appreciate it. And I didn't get a chance to write Stav back, but she wrote to me. She said, so I wanted to share something with you that I went through the past 5 days. I went through an intense workshop about self-growth and how to inspire the people in your life and be inspired. How to see yourself as possibilities and how simple it is to make changes. How words can change and affect a person, a family member, etc. And she said she was on the train right at that moment, and all I can think about is the story that you told me about your mother asking you to look as far as you can see and asked you, what do you see? And the moment it came to you was endless possibilities. Mm-hmm. And so she says the way that she raised you, for the better and for the worst, is the beautiful soul I can call my friend. You are a true inspiration, even from an Instagram story. I know it's difficult. I know it's a difficult period, but don't you forget how much joy you bring to the people around you. Know that you are a true blessing and loved. You are perfect and deserve the happiness you spread. And I just was like,
oh, that's a really kind message.
Those are one of those, and that came on one of those days where I was just like, I really fucking needed this today. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So I just wanted to send my love to Stav because she's really been like a day one. You know, I mean, we went through a lot of things together in Israel, particularly in the dance company that we were with. We have a lot of inside jokes. A lot. So, you know,
I love that.
That's a shout out to you. And then, of course, Antonio, he just also just reminded me, you know, that we're brothers, you know? Mm-hmm. And I was just really grateful for that. But my Bae of the Week and Rest in Paradise goes to Stan Lee. The Marvel Comics giant. He built this shit. He created this shit. And I am just grateful for him because through the work that he did, I was able to live out some of my wildest dreams in my head and my fantasies.
In the bathroom, standing over the toilet.
Listen, I had a lot of Marvel character comic toys having sex.
Which ones?
Storm and Bishop.
Okay.
Which they never got together, but they were the only two black characters that I knew of at the time in the X-Men universe. Right. You know, later on we find out, well, Black Panther had already been in existence, but Storm and Bishop, Wolverine, and everybody. Yeah, I would just mix match. You know, one day people would be in a relationship, the next day wouldn't.
Wow.
You know,
you're so woke.
I am.
You've been woke.
I've been on this journey for a while. I've been knowing about this relationship shit for a while.
Yeah. Look at you. Stanley. That's
so Stanley. But seriously, rest in paradise, King, because you are the GOAT. Legit. Who's your Bae of the Week, sis? Oh, before we finish, sorry, can I add on two more things? My book of the week is I Can't Date Jesus by Michael Arsenault. It's such a good book. And if you don't get into it, it's check the Audible out. The Audible is also amazing. I know that's how I get my bookage. And just getting my life. And because he's telling the story just about growing up in Houston as a black gay man in the South, you know, raised in church, you know, raised with all the prejudice and bias and toxic masculinity that runs rampant in the black community, the gayness, dealing with all of the toxicity that's in the gay community with the sexual rape. He covers sexual racism, which is a huge topic that I don't think gets enough attention. Yeah. And just, you know, just the biases and prejudice between white and gay blacks and Latinx blacks and Asian. And did I say Latinx blacks?
Yes.
Latinx black. Latinx, Asian, the whole spectrum, you know. And so I really appreciated that. And then I'm looking forward to, of course, reading Michelle Obama's book. So I've been hearing good things about that.
Everybody's been talking about that.
Yeah. And then I've been getting caught up on Blackish. And that's a really good show. If you have time, you should invest. Okay. I know black shows aren't usually your thing, but I would definitely support you in all that.
How many episodes of Fresh Off the Boat have you watched?
How many have you watched?
3.
That's 3 more than I've ever watched.
Yes! I don't have a lot of examples here.
Oh, I have one more quote. And I got this from Jennifer Lewis, who plays Ruby, the grandmother on Blackish. And take this how you want. Sometimes it's hard for adults to share a life. It's not easy. You make this insane choice to love someone for who they are before you've even figured out who you are yourself, let alone who either of you are going to grow up to become.
Wow.
You know what I heard?
That is the truth.
Don't get fucking married. That's what Savannah's mama said. No, that's not what... Wait, no. That's what Angela Bassett's character said on Waiting to Exhale. Yep. Just don't get fucking married.
You see some...
Never get fucking married.
You see some parallels there?
And then on, you know how they show these films on like local TV and cable channels and stuff. So they take all the curse words out. And so she said, it says, just never get, and it cuts to a scene of a Ferris wheel and says, married. And it was like, that's not even her voice. And where did the Ferris wheel come from? Like
I hate watching movies on TV for that reason.
Yo.
It's so bad. Sometimes the lip dubs are so bad. It's clear they're saying, fuck, and you hear them saying, freaking. Like, what?
So who's your Bae of the Week, sis, Bess?
So, I've been getting to know this girl.
Getting to know you.
Getting to know all about you.
You know them lyrics.
It's from that commercial. That's that DNA commercial. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Oh. Blah, 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 blah.
Bleep, 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 bleep.
Been getting to know her lately. Learning her better. She's sweet. She's sticky. Her name...
Pink Pocket?
...is Mary Jane.
Oh.
Or marijuana.
Pink.
La Mota. Whatever you want to call her. Anyway, I've been very stoned this week. This entire week, pretty much. I'm stoned right now.
Hello.
Yeah, so I've been, she's been really,
Good to you.
yes, very good to me.
Blessings.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
she treated me very well.
I don't know nothing about that. I can't do that stuff. I wish I could. I can do the edibles.
I'm getting to know how I am when I'm stoned, and so then that makes me more comfortable being stoned. And it's been very lovely, like coming home and smoking weed, or I don't do it. Obviously, I don't do it before work, but like pretty much every day after work for the last couple of weeks. It's been nice. Huh?
Liar.
About what?
It wasn't the last few weeks.
What do you mean?
It's been years.
It has not been years. That's not true. That's
Okay.
not, but particularly this week.
What are some of the things that, like, what does it do for you? In particular?
It chills me out. I feel happier. I feel a little bit lighter. I feel a little more motivated. Yeah. And generally, because I didn't smoke it very consistently before, when I would get really, really stoned, I was useless.
Would you say it's about, like, finding the right strand?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No.
No? Oh.
It was just learning myself better on that particular
So you could have any kind of strand? You sure? Because I felt like it's the whole indica.
The indica is like, it's like Indicouch or something like that. So it makes you tired. So I never smoke just indica. It's either a blend or it's sativa. Yeah, hybrid.
It's a Prius. It's the Prius of marijuana.
No.
No?
There are a lot of other hybrids out there, bitch. Prius isn't the only one.
Yeah, like the ones from Underworld. Because they were like vampires and they were also Lycan. Vampires and the Lycans. Excuse me. No?
I'm not invested in this conversation at all. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Why? What do you mean?
Anyway, my next bay of the week is Bare Minerals Foundation, because this skin has been garbage. And that foundation has really held my shit together. It makes me look presentable. It doesn't make me look like some kind of meth addict. Because I'm really out here with scabs on my face.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. If I wash this there are a series of tiny circular burns all over this cheek.
That sounds like ringworms.
It's not ringworm. It's not ringworm.
That sounds contagious.
No,
it sounds like you need to be quarantined. That's what it sounds like. Because you see, it's these rings right here.
You can't see them.
Get out of the camera.
You can't see them anymore because of the foundation. Anyway,
Is that the one you got from the Sephora the other day?
I got it from Ulta. I went to Ulta after we had met up.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Shit's like $40.
Listen.
Stupid. But it's so good for my skin.
Stuff is so expensive. I don't know if you noticed it, but prices have been raised on everything. And I know I'm out of touch a little bit because I can't afford to go out anymore or shopping and things like that. But I'm just saying, when we went to Sephora, I really be sticking to these names. When we went to Sephora the other day, and I just wanted some facial moisturizer, and from Kiehl's, and it was like $42 for facial moisturizer.
For like something like an inch tall. And like a 2-inch diameter.
What?
This shit's so expensive.
And I hate it because like they don't put the prices on any of this stuff. You just walk up.
They don't.
You just walk up.
Right.
And then,
They do that shit on purpose though.
Oh my God. Because you ain't got no choice but to pay for that shit at that point.
Exactly.
Unless that car goes through. Or not.
Or unless you're willing to say, no thanks, and then leave the line that you just stood 20 minutes in. Which I'm not willing to do. Actually, that's not true. Sometimes I am.
Mm-hmm. I have to say though, sis. I had a good cackle on your expense this week.
You don't even. Don't even.
I feel like
it was just one.
Right. You don't want me to tell the story, right?
No, I don't want you to tell the story.
But you want me to wait until after a certain time to tell the story, right?
Fine, I guess.
Can I tell it now, or you want me to tell it later?
No, you cannot tell it now.
Okay.
We might listen to this podcast while we're in Hawaii.
You ain't gonna listen to this podcast while you in Hawaii, please.
I might.
Shout out to you going to Hawaii, by the way.
Thank you. We should probably get into what we learned.
Okay. You know what I heard? Cut it short, ho.
Quit asking me questions.
Wrap it up, Niggs. That's what I heard.
Why do you always do that?
Niggs and yigs, everybody. Niggs and yigs. I'm gonna have that old smoking uncle laugh. You know?
You are, yeah. Mm-hmm. Unk.
All right. Niggs and yigs out.
I fucking hate hate you. Stop saying that. Stop calling me that.
This is what I learned.
You're
Right?
talented.
I am. I am. Did you like when I put my lips there? Shout out to Mariah's new album.
Sure, whatever.
1, 2, 3. The devil's after me. No, seriously, Mariah's album is good. I can't believe this is your idol. This is like your person.
I know. Okay.
Did
I'll
you know?
listen to
Did
it.
you know that Glitter went #1 the day before Cautious came out?
Why?
I don't know. But she was like saying, "Oh, who would have guessed that Glitter would have gone #1 the day before my new album drops?"
Oh, so she planned that.
Maybe.
So she paid for that to happen.
Did she?
Probably. The bitch has a lot of money, and it's Christmas season, which you know the checks are rolling in.
They sure are. They sure are.
Right after November 1st.
Come on. You better tell the whole ass truth. What did you learn this week?
Well, speaking of new albums, Anderson .Paak's new album, Fire.
Yes.
So good.
We had a whole conversation. Oh, also, shout out to Dodger.
Shout out to Dodger.
Having that
track
feature is
track
so
is hot.
dope. And it's good to hear
The
you
album
singing,
is
boo.
fire.
I love hearing Dodger sing.
Yes.
Because you have such a unique voice. Mm-hmm. And a beautiful delivery.
Love it.
Come on the show, sis.
Love it.
Come on the show. Jennifer Lewis.
Okay. Kenny told me a joke this week.
I'm sure it was good. He's funny.
It was. He said, God. He said, what's black and doesn't work? And I had to stop and think about it. And he goes, decaf coffee, you racist.
Yo, I went straight to Negroes. You were like,
felt so
this
guilty.
is a setup.
I was so
you were
in my
this
feelings.
you were
I was like, how dare you? How dare you?
You was like, this is this whole ass setup, sis.
Fucking dick. Oh, God.
What's black and doesn't work? I am done. Decaf coffee, you racist. Kenny, shout out. I'm telling you, Kate, y'all two need your own show.
No.
Y'all would be hilarious.
We need a show, and Kenny could be on the side.
It would be nonstop comedy. You know what? We need our own show, and he could definitely be like
he would be one of the main cast members.
He would be like the Paul Mooney.
Mm-hmm. What's that?
You never watched the Chappelle Show.
No.
You don't know who Richard Pryor is?
I do
You
know
don't
who
know who
Richard
Red
Pryor
Fox is? So you don't know who Paul Mooney is, sis?
I don't know who Paul Mooney is.
Paul Mooney wrote all of their jokes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Or a good chunk of them.
Okay. That's what I learned this week.
I'm disappointed. You should know your black history.
We do this every episode. You do this.
No, just
Yeah.
this one.
Okay. He also dropped another gem. This was a while back, but I was going to tell it on the podcast and I never did. We were talking about like privilege or, we were talking about Lauren Conrad. Because Lauren Conrad does some things.
From the Hills?
Yeah. I don't remember why we
She's
were
not a
talking about
politician now, is she?
No.
Oh,
but
okay.
she has this organization called like Free Little Market or something. And she travels around the world finding women who are creators and then gives them a place to sell their things. Like the things that they create. And so we were talking about that, and then we got into a conversation about privilege, and Kenny said she sat down to the table to a feast, and all she had to do was find a fork. And I was like, what? He was like, all she had to do was find the fork. That was her privilege. And I was like, wait a minute. I was like, how dare you? How dare you act like you know more about this stuff than
you?
I do?
Oh, yeah.
But anyway.
Kenny drops them.
It really was.
You know, he has those gems
was a
that
good
make
one.
your panties fall.
Yeah, because you don't expect it.
You'd be like, splish, splash, I was making a dash.
No, I was taking a bath.
Wow. Oh my God.
Britton had a moment earlier where he said, it's meth.
She's making.
I just caught him in a full ass lisp. And I said, what was that?
See, you gonna call my shit out, but I can't call yours out? Okay.
No, not that one.
I'ma just do a
Do it
two-step.
after.
In my negligee. Anyway.
Okay, another thing that I've been thinking a lot about this week is that I've been doing a lot of thinking about what I had to put my drink down. I've been doing a lot of thinking about like what other people contribute to toxic relationships that I'm in. Like, people, friends and family, and what they do to contribute toxic shit, right? And I think, too, social media is in this place where we're talking about toxicity and getting out of relationships and self-care, and there's all this stuff that's kind of trendy, right? So I've been, kind of because of that, but also because of, like, my own stuff that I'm going through, I've been thinking about, like, what is that person doing that's toxic that I can either work on them with or just, like, be like, okay, I'm done. So then so this past week on the flip side, I was like, I had this moment where I was like, okay, bitch, but what are you doing that's toxic? Because those things don't just go one way. And also there are ways in which I can't pretend that I've never been a toxic friend, or I've never been toxic to somebody I'm in a relationship, in any kind of relationship with.
Right.
So I've been doing a lot of thinking about, like, what I'm doing, what I've done that one might consider
to the table.
Toxic.
And what'd you come up with? I can give you a handful. But I won't do it now. I'll wait.
Okay.
So what did you conclude? Or are you still researching that?
Well, this has made me very uncomfortable.
This is your platform. You should feel very comfortable in a safe space.
Let's see. I bail. I'll ghost.
Splish, splash. I was making a dash. That's appropriate. So you bail. Okay.
Yeah, I don't reach out to people. And sometimes it is because of depression, but sometimes it's because I'm lazy.
Or is it sometimes you blame the depression so that gives you an easy way out?
I don't know if I've ever blamed the depression when it wasn't that. Okay.
That you know of.
But I don't
it could be
correct people if they say
it could be on automatic.
I don't know.
I see your fingers. I'm sorry, you know I'm fucking with you, right?
I don't know. Maybe.
You got Stone Cold Steve Austin says Stone Cold.
You're really putting me in the hot spot. I don't feel comfortable.
Well, we're researching. So no.
This is not researching. But ghosting, also, like, giving advice that doesn't need to be given. Like, I have a thing about if somebody comes to me with a problem, I feel like I should be giving them advice, or I should be telling them what to do, or, like, contributing something to that, when sometimes they don't need that. They just need me to listen and to shut up and to pretend like I don't know better. So I'm trying to figure out the ways, and then there are all kinds of ways that I've been toxic in my relationship with Kenny. Well,
I don't know if that's toxic that you... I don't think it's toxic that you want to help them, because you also help me out with a lot of things, right? And so I don't ever feel like it's one thing to acknowledge that, hey, maybe I need to listen more, but I don't think that when you go into that mode of trying to help me, that you're spewing toxicity in my direction. I don't feel that way. Not all the time, but I recognize what you're saying.
Well,
and what you don't want to contribute.
Like,
sorry if it smells like crunchy gordita chick taco up in here.
Why'd you burp?
Yeah.
Gross.
Came from my loins. So.
So I don't know. I'm still in the early stages of figuring out what I contribute to all of that. But, yeah. And then the last thing is that I've lost a lot of patience recently with a lot of things. But I'm finding myself more and more not wanting to have any conversations about race or white people.
I don't blame you. Yeah.
And I feel, sometimes I feel like, is that a privilege of mine that I can say that out loud, or that I can step away from that? But, okay. Just because, like, I feel like I'm constantly thinking in my head, fuck, that fucking white person. Or, like, how dare that fucking white person do that? Or, get the fuck out of my way, whitey.
Sure. No, I think we all have. Yeah, I agree. I am complying with you. I have the same feelings, same reactions.
So, like, when my friends come to me and they want to have these conversations, there are times where I'm like, I can't talk about this anymore. Right. Or, like, Kenny made a comment the other day about somebody, and I was just like, I can't engage in this right now. Because I feel myself start to get worked up, and, like, anything that I say, one, the person who needs to hear it isn't going to hear it. It's just me or whoever else I'm with. And two, this is a lot of energy that I'm spending on something that's not going to change. And I don't always want to externalize what I'm thinking. Sometimes, like, it's enough just to have it on my mind all the time. I don't want to always, like, talk about it too on top of that. So I've been noticing that I've been really done with that. And there is one more thing I totally forgot.
I just wanted to, may I respond to that really quickly? And the thing that I recognized this week from particularly doing a lot of reading, specifically because I've been doing a lot of reading, is that what we are talking about and what we are speaking out against is not white people, but whiteness.
Yes.
The power of whiteness, like the fact that like
white supremacy.
White supremacy is at the top of the food chain. Period. White privilege is at the top of the food chain. Period.
Right.
And that's what we're talking about. We're talking about whiteness, the institutions, the systems that are set in place that keep everyone else, because it's white first at the top and everything else at the bottom. Period.
And all of those like well-intentioned people who can continue to uphold that system, subconsciously or not.
Right. Whew. And there's people who are white and people who happen to be white. Again.
And last thing is, another thing that I've lost patience with, or I'm just not able to engage with anymore, is people not being direct. I'm starting to get, and you know this about me, I'm not big on this because I tend to be a passive person, but I'm starting to get more frustrated with passiveness and not just saying what you feel. So an example is, I saw Taheen last night and she was telling me about a friend who overheard me say something and thought it was directed at her in a negative way, and then said to Taheen, that really hurt my feelings. And this was like 2 months ago. And so then she told me that last night, and I told Taheen, I was like, why wouldn't she just say it out loud to me? Like, why wouldn't she just tell me? And Taheen was like, well, she didn't want to start drama. I'm like, that's not starting drama.
Because first of all, you weren't even directing it towards her, right?
Right. I was like, I just wish that these things, and that's just one example, but there have been tons of examples over the last few weeks where I'm like, why wouldn't you just say that out loud? Why? I'm almost 30 years old. I don't have time for these cryptic messages and looks and texts and phone calls and interactions. If you feel a type of way, just fucking say it out loud. And I'm trying to be better about that too. I'm not perfect at that either.
And the same goes for people who know that they've done wrong and have mistreated people and disrespected people. You too.
Right.
Should face your facts.
You
were wrong.
Are we directing this at one person?
Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I took your story again. Made it my own. That was selfish and self-centered.
No, it wasn't. But anyway, I'm just really done with people who are passive. I'm like, there's just no point. At this time in our life, and also with the state of the union and the earth and all of Mother Nature.
The realm.
Why?
The netherworld.
Why are we keeping things from each other? Just fucking say it out loud.
Yeah. Truth.
Anyway. Okay, so then I came across, I was trying to figure out what Roscoe's sign was. Because I wanted...
Nigga. That sign.
I can't. Personally, I can't get behind that.
Cat Daddy.
So,
Stacey Adams.
So I was looking up signs, and I came across some website, that, a pretty basic one. But I was reading about it, and I found it interesting because... For mine, it said that my overall compatibility is with Aquarius.
In what way? Yikes.
I like friendship.
Oh, okay, girl. I was like, don't look at me like that ever again.
Okay, first of all, let's never forget the grunt. Let's never forget the grunt.
Don't you ever look at me in that way.
Don't. This isn't I'm not sure we want to tell this inside.
You should tell it. It's funny.
Okay.
I think it's good.
So anyway, and then it said that my strengths are that I'm creative, passionate, generous, cheerful, warm-hearted, humorous. Weaknesses are arrogant, stubborn, self-centered, lazy, and inflexible. Which I don't know what they're talking about.
I think they're talking about hamstrings and ego.
Okay. Fuck you. That's not what flexible means in this context, you fucking asshole. It says that I like theater, taking holidays, being admired, expensive things, bright colors, fun with friends. I don't agree with the bright colors.
$5 Tuesdays. You definitely dig theater.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Don't moan at me like that. I dislike being ignored, facing difficult reality, not being treated like a king or a queen. Now, Aquarius. Overall compatibility is with Leo and Sagittarius. So that's me and Kenny. See, that's one of the best friends. Strengths: progressive, original, independent, humanitarian. True. Weaknesses: runs from emotional expression, temperamental, uncompromising. This is the best one. Aloof. I fucking died. You like fun with friends, helping others, fighting for causes, intellectual conversation, and you are a good listener. Your dislikes are limitations, broken promises, being lonely, dull or boring situations, and people who disagree with you.
Wow. I'm
Anyway,
just a complicated ass person.
I thought that was a gem to share.
Well, thank you. Blessings be bestowed.
And what did you learn?
Well, first I want to share a little story from a friend of mine, and she told me this story about 2 months ago. You know Glenda, right?
Yes. I've never met her.
From Tron City Tattoo?
Yeah.
Travis's
wife? I
wife?
have met her, yes.
Yeah. So, Glenda shared a story with me. So she goes traveling a lot for her work. Now you're gonna gag when I read this story, because when she told me this, I said, "You what happened?" And you weren't present or cognizant for this experience. So here's how the story goes.
Okay.
Give me a moment. So,
Okay.
Glenda's story says, I was in Houston a week or so ago for a company event at this fancy as fuck hotel. I had so much wine, then whiskey. And I was sloppy and fighting with this platform artist of ours, and our coworker was trying to mediate. We then proceed to get into the elevator, and fucking Drake and his crew were on it, and I was just so mad at my artist and loaded that I barely noticed.
What?
Catch. She said he smelled like amazing cologne and weed.
Oh, what I would do just to smell him once.
Listen, when she told me, I said, "You did what?" So she said, she's plastered, hammered, right? She said he was laughing, and she barely noticed that he was there. He ended up just laughing at her and her friend Jeffrey. The next day, she was like, "I really screwed that up. It was my chance to convince him to fall in love with me, and I failed from being a sloppy drunk and having too much drama with my coworker." But Drake, what would, like, you're on an elevator with Drake.
I would immediately.
You're on a whole ass elevator. Like, I just wouldn't get off.
Right.
I would be like,
Or you
we're going
just-
to the same floor.
You try to sneak in to like his little round.
Somewhere, because I know he was going to where the party was at. Jagged Edge.
That took a moment. Did you see it click?
Where the party at? No, it didn't. Did it click in you?
It did.
Oh.
Why are you putting
thought
your
you were
fingers
talking
so
about
close?
me.
No.
But Drake.
Anyway, what a fucking tragedy. What a waste of an opportunity,
she
honestly.
said that he was tall, he smelled good, the fade was together, the lineup was together.
Of course.
She said he was beautiful.
I love Drake.
I don't know if anything could have prevented me from dropping to my knees on sight.
Right, exactly.
For him and the crew. I'd have been like, the shit is locked. If the lights go out, randomly everybody's going to get a blowjob.
Right. But yeah, I'd be the first one to hit that big red button. Emergency.
So you'd be the first one to hit the floor.
Also, maybe.
Yeah, right. Drake would never feature me, please.
Wow.
I mean, Odell Beckham
So
Jr. is more his type. Come on. Because they're, buddies.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
Odell
true.
Beckham Jr. stayed like a whole year in his house or something like that.
Maybe he would feature you.
Once I get the
In your
spot,
dreams?
once the reveal happens in 2021.
I hate that you keep
Okay.
pushing it out in a whole full ass year.
So that was one thing. It was like, I told Glenda I was going to tell this story, but like, fantastic story. Sorry that you weren't present for
Oh,
it, sis.
I know. I
Like,
feel so sad.
too bad for you. Stupid.
Thank you. Next. Poor Glenda.
I did want to say, I did want to give a good shout out to our friendship because I don't know what, lately, I think we know that we've both been just kind of enduring and going through a lot these last few months. Wow. And particularly these last few weeks. And I just woke up and I was just really appreciative of the bond that we share. Legit.
Agreed.
And I wish I had better words to really put into like play about how grateful I am that I can call you at any point in time of the day and we can really just, y'all don't understand, we say terrible shit.
Terrible.
We say awful things.
The worst. And we
Just
always
bad.
say, too, we're like, if anybody ever caught us, our lives would be over. It would be
Say
bad.
just god awful things.
Just things that like would get us probably seriously in a lot of trouble if we said them to anybody else. Honestly.
But I'm just really appreciative because this week, that moment in Macy's just...
Okay, but
I know,
wasn't like a friendship thing. That was a you being a bitch thing. That's
but still,
different.
But I had a moment with myself a few days ago before we went to Macy's and met up at Washington Square Mall. Washington Square Mall.
That's the one.
I had a few moments before that. I was like, I don't think I'm ever going to laugh like that again. And lo and behold, there it was. At Macy's.
That was today. Just in general has been really funny. I don't know what we've been doing. We said some awful things.
Oh
about
God.
Anyway, yes, I appreciate you too, Britton.
And with that in mind, in the same vein of this, I had a very serious manic episode this week. One that I never, you know what? And I wanted. This is why I'm driving home to everybody about open enrollment right now, getting your health insurance because we need to take care of ourselves. No one's going to do that for us. And I really want to drive it home. The period for open enrollment was 90 days. It is now 45. Mm-hmm. Ironically, it's 45.
Conspiracy.
That's some bullshit. I just caught that.
Illuminati.
So it's shortened now. So please, y'all have to get on it now. And if you don't wait until the last minute because you're not going to get through. It takes hours upon hours to get in touch with these people. It is wild. And I just must drive it home. Please, y'all, get health insurance while you can. Get affordable / free insurance, health insurance while you can. They are making it so that you will not be able to afford it. I'm telling you. So, I had a manic episode this morning where I thought somebody broke into my house, and it was just insane. I never. So my dog had eaten my television cable, and when I came home, I found it ripped. But I know a lot about rips in cords for some reason. And I was like, a person did this. And I was like, a person did this. This isn't a dog.
Right.
The dog didn't do this because there were no teeth marks anywhere. And so, a few days went by and the handle piece on my door broke, and I took it out so that the door could close properly. Cut to 2 days later, my friend, shout out to him, shout out to Ryan, comes by. He's an electrician. He fixes my cable cord, and he's like, yeah, man, a person did this. Somebody came in your house and did this. This wasn't your dog. Freaked me the F out. I opened my door. Hi! Opened my door. What time is it? Oh, shit. Yeah, we got to get going. And so anyway, what happens is I end up thinking that, my landlord is plotting on me and that,
You came with all the conspiracy.
I've never had a episode like that. I was paranoid out of my mind.
And you were like, your anxiety was, you were like, I've got to figure this out now. I've got to make a phone call.
Yeah, I've got to go.
And I was
it was over the top. But anywho, it ended up being it was all ridiculous coming out of my mouth. And the situation got resolved. I apologized to everybody. I called everyone and I said, I am truly sorry. I had a moment, but that was scary for me because that was the first moment that I've actually, paranoia and schizophrenia runs in my family. And so that was the first time that I had a real check with myself, and I said, oh, wow, I need to check this. I need to do something about this. I'm not saying that's me. I'm just saying, thank God. I'm not saying that's me.
Oh, do you think that you...
No,
okay.
I don't think I'm...
signs? Okay.
No, I just have to check it. So I got my OHP cleared. They gave me Kaiser honey. I set up my appointment. I set up dental. I set up the primary doctor. I set up I set up everything because I just had to. So anyway, I just want to drive that home. Y'all, please, 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 I beg of you, please take care of yourselves because no one else is going to do it for you. If the Affordable Care Act is set in place for you to be able to take care of yourself, do it before it's too late. When I'm telling you, the people that you are talking to that are setting this up for you are for you. They are out here approving people left and right because they know that this shit is about to end. Right. They're like, no, it won't take long. Just call and say, I need the health insurance. Here's why. Here's how much I make. And they'd be like, good, you're done. Approved. Go home. Go get checked out.
Right.
Period. So,
healthcare. It's a real thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Should be free, but whatever.
And to all you drivers out there, show some respect to your pedestrians and their dogs. People have the right of way before your car does. I don't know what's going on in the world, but nobody lets people walk across the street anymore.
Did you get honked at or something? Or
No, I just am always standing at the corner with free, waiting for a car to let me go by. And no one does.
No.
So
I tried
fuck
to.
all of y'all who don't do that shit. And that's all.
Good things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what I learned.
This is what I learned. Is that right? Is that right?
Yay! My feelings were hurt when you were asking for podcasts. And I was like, Village Vibes Podcast.
Don't forget
Did you say that?
No, but I was like, it was common sense. You about to come on the show. He was like, I'm looking for new podcasts to listen to.
She's raggedy.
And you were like, bitch.
And I was like, what about us?
She's raggedy. It's
Well, I also wasn't very specific. I was looking for like self-care, mental health, holistic well-being
I hear you.
podcasts.
Oh, okay. Fine.
I'm sorry.
Fine. I'll take it. So are we ready?
Yes.
All right. Well, then the 1 and the 2. So we are here with the magical Insta goddess.
Here you go. with
That's
his
what I want to
notes.
call her.
I did.
Can you
that.
can you hear yourself really well? Do you need volume adjusted?
No.
Actually, we have 2 goddesses we have 4 goddesses in the room.
Oh.
One you can't see. The Rubenold is back. The Rubenold J. Ross. Rubenold Ross.
I don't know
Is
who
back.
the hell that is.
Rubenold Ross, everybody. Lemon pepper chicken wing queen.
I don't even eat chicken. That's the thing. Oh, I rhymed.
So, but we have my darling, Imia here. Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Hey.
It's great to have you on the show.
Oh my god, I'm so nervous.
Yeah, don't be nervous. You're fine.
Just come a little closer.
Well, one, you're fine, and you're fine. Come on, Jill
Yes.
Scott. Did y'all see Jill Scott? What she just did?
Don't do
Did y'all
that.
see what
Don't
Jill
do
Scott
that.
did?
First of all, you got this uncircumcised.
Oh my God.
What is this?
We have a real
It
celebrity
just
up in
is
here,
really
y'all.
hanging very loosely.
It is
off
hanging
there.
very
Listen,
loose to
that's
that
one that just
foreskin.
can't fit very well,
It
okay?
doesn't
Let it be
fit.
what it is. But you're not
So, like,
sucking
should
it, right?
we just take it off?
No,
we
because
leave it on?
if we take it off, we're going to hear all your... You know what I'm saying? All your pronunciations and enunciations.
I don't know if I
Okay.
do that.
So,
but okay.
I really appreciate you coming on the show. I mean, you definitely badgered me enough.
Did I?
You were like... Well, first she was just like, when am I coming on the show, and how much do you pay? That's what she gave me. That's what she did.
I mean, that was
was like,
probably a really long
"Excuse
time
me?"
ago. And then once I actually thought about what went into your craft and what you do, I was like, oh, bitch. Oh, can I curse?
Yes, you can absolutely
Okay.
curse. You can curse
I
to
thought
your
you
heart's
said you
content.
had listened to it.
I know.
did.
Don't lie.
So listen, first things first, you ain't got to be nervous
She's
for
scared
nobody
her
around
mama
her.
gonna be listening.
I want to just tell you first and foremost that, like, I really greatly appreciate you because there are mornings that I wake up and your Insta stories just get me started on my day. Like, and I know that you're a person who deals with your own challenges in terms of mental health and wellness and dealing with things like anxiety and depression. But like the fact that you're able to couple comedy
I'm with it out
with
the
like,
gate.
I know. I was like, wow. In the first 2
like,
minutes.
I'm
Woo!
just like, yes,
Just gonna air it
I
out.
have to.
I know you're depressed.
I-
and I know you have anxiety. However,
It's okay. It's my reality.
I just really appreciate it because you're like super creative with the way you do your Insta stories. Like that's my thing. Is just like it's not just a random post. You put up an inspiring posts, and they're funny as fuck and they're factual.
so the one with Jada, the Red Table Talk, I died.
Wait, I
Did
didn't
you
see
watch
that.
it?
I didn't see that one. What was that one?
There's a part where Jada says, white women understand oppression. And Imia goes, oh! Or something. And I had heard about the talk and I had seen clips of it. And I was like, oh.
I love Red Table Talk. I had some issues with that one.
I think a lot of people did.
I don't know why I have an issue with when they brought the producer on, the white woman producer, and she was just like, "What can I do as a white woman?" I was like, "Oh, here we go.
Stop
here we
asking
go."
questions.
Wait. Can we talk about how Jada, white woman, that white woman?
Wait, not Jane.
Jada, white woman, the white producer.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
She
Jane.
was like, yeah, I asked her to be on the show, and she said she didn't want to be on the show, but now she's going to be on the show. Come on out.
Or else you're
And I was
fired.
like,
That's what I heard.
right, exactly. She said, come out here with no makeup, unprepared, and just speak on your
I'm
experience.
setting you all the way the fuck up.
wow.
She set her up.
Absolutely.
Like,
This whole
she
shit
set
is
her
a
the
setup.
fuck up.
So, I mean, where does that come from? First of all, like, can you, before you even elaborate on that, who are you and where are you from?
Oh, that's such a heavy question.
Use it. Don't abuse it.
Okay, I have to be really close to the mic.
Yeah.
My name is Imia Holston. I'm from Chicago. I'm a black woman. I'm 30.
You are?
Yeah, I'm 30.
I'm telling you. Look at us brown folks up in here.
Black don't crack.
Look at us POCs up in here looking great, looking marvelous.
I'm in school to be a licensed massage therapist.
Shout out to East West College of the Healing Arts.
Yes. I'm also I would say an intuitive nurturer. I work in childcare. I nanny these two awesome, well, two is redundant, but they're twin boys. They're like dear to my heart. I love to pretend that they're my children.
And I think you do a fantastic job.
I love them.
I love seeing your Insta stories for them as well.
Oh, thanks. I mean, that was a really big therapy for me. So I used to teach preschool, and I think that was something that I would go to every day that would bring me a lot of joy. And it would help carry me through, like, really hard emotional times. Because you go to work and you get with kids, and you're just like, oh, none of my shit matters. Like, let's sit on the floor and, like, imagine whatever reality that we can come up with, you know? And that's really powerful, so... I don't know. Who am I? Did that answer it? I don't know.
I mean, that sort of answered it, but it's just that you're so many, to me, you're so many things because, like, I'm seeing you at karaoke. I'm seeing you taking photos with SZA. I'm seeing you with Dodger all over the
That
place.
photo
I'm seeing
really
you at every
bothered me.
concert, at every function, at
The one
every
with SZA.
gathering,
It's
at
like,
every ball.
It bothered me too.
Like,
I
wait,
was not prepared. Even though I asked to take the photo, I was not prepared.
what do you mean? For the beauty? For the shade? For the...
Yeah, I just look so cheesy in that photo.
No, you don't. I wasn't even...
Now I'm gonna need to look at it again. I'm gonna have to find it.
Let
me
me
find it
had our
really quick.
phones near the recording equipment.
It's Ruby's phone
It's
that's
Ruby's
fucking
phone.
it up.
I moved it.
is not here.
I moved it. But like, okay.
Ruby, my domestic partner, shout out to her.
But going back, yes. Shout out to the bays, okay?
Yo, you do look happy as fuck though. But that's how I would look too. I would be like,
So was Solana just like, yeah, let's do this? Or was she like, y'all got $50?
you know, Solana's not out here charging $50 for a photo.
I know, I'm fucking around.
She's not charging $50 for a concert ticket.
She's actually very, like, reserved, and I think she is very particular about who she allows into her space. So it was really nice to have that opportunity to take a photo with her.
Okay.
Did y'all like kick it for a minute? Did you get to talk to her a little bit?
We're
Or was it
obsessed
really
with
just
SZA,
like
by
a
the way, if you
photo?
didn't know.
Yeah.
No. So my homie is her tour manager. And so even having that connection, it was still like, excuse me, SZA, like, can my friends take a photo with you? And she was like, yes, all right, like, they can come over here. And her photographer had to take the photo with my phone. Like,
Oh,
she's
she Mariah
very
carried
much
that shit. Lighting.
Which I fucking
Know where the
get.
face is. Yeah,
She
yeah,
knows
yeah.
my angles. That's my girl. She gonna have me out here right.
Got it. I
So,
got it.
makes
Okay,
sense.
keep your circle close. Keep your circle close. But, so getting back to the whole Insta thing, like, and thank you for sharing.
I've shared too much.
What, where do you get that power from to be as creative as you are? And does it just come to you that you just happen to be that funny, that witty, that smart, that woke? Like, it just comes naturally?
Wow,
Because
what a
I think your
compliment.
your Insta stories are like a really woke ass, like what's it called? Mood board.
That's cute.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I'd be like, yeah, this is like, it could be like editorial. Like, let's go.
Somebody should pay me.
Somebody should. Well, you certainly do put
Where
that out
can
there
we
a lot
find you
too.
on
You be like,
Venmo?
you can catch me at Cash App at.
I'm a tourist. I'm serious about my coins.
You don't play about that Taurusness
No,
now.
I do not play. I don't know where it comes from. It just is kind of on the fly a lot of the time.
Okay. Because I'm just saying,
Inspired by life.
Yes, and I just love how you create that in your narrative, in how you build that. It just really, for me, honestly, it's inspiring.
Gas me up.
You know, I write you all the time. You see where I'm just like, I needed this morning. Yes, sis.
Aww.
Like, this is it. Like, I really go off on your Insta story.
That makes me feel good when people do that, because I often feel like you get these anxiety spouts where you're like, oh, did I share too much? Did I say too much? Did I do too much? Did I have too many bubbles at the top of my fucking screen? And you're like, but then 3 people respond and you're like, okay, great.
You're good.
You're good. Somebody felt my craziness today, or my passion, or
Absolutely.
whatever.
But I mean, I just feel like what I see on your with social media, we're in such an age where people are putting up false narratives and false stories and just pretty much lies. And I feel like yours is just authentically you. Every time I see yours, I'm like, that is motherfucking Imia. Like, without a doubt. That's Ruby too. All of y'all. Like, I mean, which is rare. I mean, Ruby has the face that she makes, the one face.
I've been told the same thing, though, so okay. My friend said I always look confused when I take selfies. Like, I don't know where I am.
But it's one of the most... you should definitely be paid to share your social stories. Seriously.
I don't know how.
They're
And,
really...
like,
I'm just saying, I feel that way.
I do it for me, not for the money. But I would like
You deserve some money, sis.
Shit, I would love it. I think I do it because I, like, travel and I have lived in a lot of places and I have friends.
You
like,
do.
all over.
Shout out to Lou.
Shout out to Lou.
Who's Lou?
Lou is my best friend who I met in Jamaica while I was farming, and she is from the UK, but she lives in Amsterdam. She's half British, half Dutch. She's amazing. She's a Leo. She's a human geographer.
Wow. So is this your travel? Like,
This is like, we met, we've been friends for maybe, I think 3 years, but we've been to 4 countries together. She just came to Portland to visit me for my birthday. My birthday was in April, and so she came for 2 months. Mostly to see me, spend my birthday with me, but it was her first time in America. She'd never been here before. So she was like, let me take the opportunity and hang out, and like, she wanted to travel around the country more, but traveling out of Portland is really hard. It's really expensive.
Yeah.
But she ended up volunteering on a goat farm. I took her to Chicago. We like drove to the coast. We explored a lot of like Oregon. Well, not a lot, but we explored places in Oregon and Washington. And I got to spend 2 months with my best friend. Like, it was great.
That's amazing.
I live. I love Lou too.
Yes.
So how do you do it though? I really want to know how you like create this magic around Portland, because I mean, you're one of the most like most adventurous people that I've ever seen. You're like at a chicken farm one day, then you're going for a hike, then you're at massage therapy school, then you're at a concert, then I see you in Shanty Darling's video, then I see you at Holocene, then I see you at the function at Akati, then I see you... How do you do it? I want to know. I want to know.
Stop it.
I wanna know.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of that is...
Is it timing? You know everybody, sis. Like, you are literally everywhere.
Well, shout out to Akela. She is the reason that I'm in Portland. That is my sis. She invited me to come live here. And then a lot of that was just intention. I knew I was turning 30 this year and that I wanted to like do something that was going to propel me in another direction in life. I've been traveling and living at home and not paying bills, and that was really cute, but I knew that once I hit this milestone, I was going to be like, okay, bitch, it's time to grow the fuck up. And so I decided to go to massage therapy school. And I knew that it was going to make me sit down for at least a year. And so I decided I didn't want to do that in Chicago. And I was like, okay, where can I do it? I'm used to moving. Like, where can I go? So I, like, explored D.C. because I went to college there.
Hey, where'd you go to college? Where'd you go to college? Tell them.
The illustrious Howard University.
HU?
You know?
Hey! It was first and 10. Bisons, you know. I didn't go to HU, but my mother did. I can say it. Skewy.
I don't think people do that, but maybe. Who knows?
Hold on.
When Plug Walk comes on, I like to pretend I'm a Q, so, you know.
There's some Qs in Portland. Shout out to the Q chapter, the Portland chapter of the Qs. Yeah. Questionable.
Yeah.
Sorry, they're going to find me and whoop my ass. That's what they're going to do.
You're funny as fuck.
But I'm going to hear them coming because they're going to go, oh.
I think actually today is their anniversary. I don't know what it's called. Their founding. Yes, thank you.
Oh.
She knows.
I sent you.
What's it called?
Earlier.
It's their founding.